The new year began with a horrifying sense of déjà vu for Los Angeles. January 2025 brought a wave of devastating fires, tearing through the iconic landscapes of Altadena, Malibu, and Pacific Palisades. Fueled by dry conditions and powerful winds, the flames spread rapidly, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The Eaton fire, in particular, etched itself into the memories of Angelenos as it ripped through Altadena, consuming homes and businesses with terrifying speed. The immediate aftermath was a scene of chaos and heartbreak. The fires claimed the lives of 17 people, a tragic reminder of the human cost of these disasters. Over 10,000 homes were reduced to ashes, displacing thousands of residents and leaving them grappling with unimaginable loss. The scars of the fires ran deep, both on the landscape and in the hearts of those who called these communities home. As firefighters battled the blazes, the magnitude of the disaster became clear. Over 23,000 acres were scorched, leaving behind a stark and eerie landscape. The fires served as a stark reminder of the ever-present threat of wildfires in California and the urgent need for effective prevention and response measures. In the face of this crisis, Governor Gavin Newsom acted swiftly, declaring a state of emergency and mobilizing resources to support firefighting efforts and aid those impacted by the fires. Recognizing the long road to recovery ahead, Newsom signed an executive order on March 27, 2025, aimed at expediting the rebuilding process. This order included provisions to streamline permitting and suspend certain environmental regulations to fast-track the reconstruction of critical infrastructure. Central to the governor's plan was a push for the undergrounding of utility lines, a measure long advocated for as a means of preventing fires caused by wind-damaged power lines. Newsom called upon utility companies to prioritize undergrounding projects, recognizing their importance in creating a more resilient power grid. The executive order also directed resources toward community hardening efforts, such as creating defensible spaces around homes and implementing stricter building codes to enhance fire resistance. Newsom's actions, while lauded by many as decisive and necessary, also drew criticism from some quarters. Environmental groups raised concerns about the potential impact of suspending certain regulations, while others questioned whether the measures went far enough in addressing the root causes of California's wildfire crisis. Adding fuel to the fire, both literally and figuratively, was the controversial Assembly Bill 1054, passed in 2019. This bill, designed to address the wildfire crisis, has become a lightning rod for criticism, with many pointing to it as a contributing factor to the severity of the January 2025 fires. Critics argue that AB 1054, while intended to hold utility companies accountable for fire prevention, ultimately served as a corporate bailout, shielding them from financial responsibility and reducing regulatory oversight. At the heart of the controversy is Southern California Edison, the utility company serving much of the area impacted by the fires. SCE has been linked to numerous wildfires in recent years, with their equipment identified as the ignition source in a string of devastating blazes. Despite facing billions of dollars in liabilities for past fires, SCE has been accused of prioritizing profits over safety, neglecting critical maintenance, and failing to implement adequate fire prevention measures. The debate over AB 1054 and the role of utility companies like SCE in the wildfire crisis is likely to continue. As residents grapple with the devastating consequences of the January fires, calls for greater accountability and a fundamental shift in how California approaches wildfire prevention are growing louder. Beyond the staggering statistics of acres burned and homes destroyed lies the deeply personal toll of the fires on the lives of everyday Angelenos. For those who lost loved ones, the pain is immeasurable. For those who lost homes and possessions, the road to rebuilding seems insurmountable. The fires have left emotional scars that may never fully heal. The financial burden of the fires is equally staggering. Many residents are facing the daunting prospect of rebuilding their lives with little to no insurance coverage. The cost of rebuilding, coupled with the loss of income and the emotional trauma of the experience, has plunged many families into financial insecurity. The fires have also exacerbated existing inequalities, disproportionately impacting low-income communities and communities of color. These communities often lack the resources to adequately prepare for and recover from disasters. leaving them more vulnerable to the devastating effects of wildfires. The January 2025 fires serve as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the threat of wildfires in California is not going away. As the state grapples with climate change, the risk of wildfires is only going to increase. Addressing this challenge requires immediate action and long-term solutions. Investing in fire prevention measures is crucial. This includes expanding vegetation management programs and creating defensible spaces. Hardening infrastructure and undergrounding utility lines are effective steps. Addressing climate change is equally important. Transitioning to clean energy and reducing emissions are essential. The January fires were a tragedy but also an opportunity to learn and emerge stronger. By embracing a comprehensive approach, California can create a safer, sustainable future.